tune.
Bruh! Alright guys, we're already in deep. Boom. It looks a lot better. I should have did this in the first place, but your boy, not gonna lie, wasn't trying to fit this in the first place. So far so good. But this is the aftermarket radiator. This actually was designed for a big block Chevy, but your boy's using it on the small block LS. And yeah, so we already pulled the other, as in me, I already pulled the other radiator out, and only a couple things to do is transfer my fans from that guy over there to this guy here, and then plumb it back up pretty much. And then, and then I'll probably have to make some sort of retaining bracket, because this one was retaining, or the other one was retaining the stock setup. But for now, this is what she looks like. A little bit of a tilt to her, but she fits, hood closes, we're good to go. All right, we got the radiator in, we got it filled up. Yeah, I didn't really show you much of the install process. I just wanted to show that I got it done. Made this little bracket to work here, and she's all good to go. I just filled her up with water. I mean, I got to do the bleeding process still, but as for today, I am finished. So now I could, you know, once the bleeding process is done, I could drive the car and not worry about leaking or even relatively close to overheating now, because this one is quite a bit bigger and has a lot more capacity than the other radiator. All right guys, last night I got super tired, so I didn't actually really film. I was pretty much needed to get the car done before going to work today, and I was successful. But let me show you what I got going on, and it's nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Ooh. I know I probably should have did this in the first place, but now it's done. I ended up using the factory one for a long time, but now this guy's done. It's not fully bled. I kind of just threw some water in it to get it out of the garage last night. So today we'll actually get the bleeding process, and then we'll probably go for a drive to make sure. But she's nice and full. The capacity of this thing is a lot bigger than the factory radiator. Now when I get some time, what I will actually do is I will modify the bottom, pretty much what the radiator support on the bottom. I'm actually going to modify it and make it to where it holds it and cut the rest of the plate out, and eventually we'll probably end up going tube front on this thing, knowing me. But for now, this thing is doing wonders. We'll go here. It's gonna hold there. And then put a bolt. I got a drill right here, and then I'm gonna put a bolt through there, and it just holds my radiator in place, much like that side. So I have two mounts. Right now it's pretty solid already, but I just want to be more safe than sorry. So yeah. And then this guy got to get painted, and then I'm actually gonna put some sort of rubber like insulator, so it dampens any of the vibrations that the radiator might see, much like a factory one where you have like the rubber bushings and stuff. So that is the next on the agenda. Also should see some paint too. Now I know a bunch of you guys are gonna say, why not get a Mishimoto? They sell a direct drop-in, blah blah blah. I already have this guy here for this particular build. I just never used it because it was easier for the time being to use the factory radiator. And also I was on a time crunch because when I was doing the turbo, I was actually fixing the wife's car, or I had to fix the wife's car right after getting the turbo running. All right, so far so good. As you guys can tell, I've been idling here probably about 5 minutes already, and it hasn't even moved. Which is a good thing. I mean, we're gonna go cruise around, but it's a good thing. So far, so good. So far, so good. Yeah. A lot more cooling capacity, which I'm hype on. Now, just in case you guys are wondering, I did go through the bleeding process. We got some of the bubbles out. A lot of the bubbles out. I also have a pressure tester that will, you pretty much put it on the radiator where the radiator cap would go, and then you put pressure through the system and it kind of blows all of the bubbles out itself, so you don't necessarily have to try to bleed the system for a super long time. So everything is working as it should, and I'm happy. Still solid. I never play in this car. Hopefully you guys can see me. Oh, I'm a kid in a candy store. That wasn't even full boost. That was short shifting like a mug. I mean, I was shifting like 5,000 RPMs. Sorry, you gotta test these things out, you know, before you know they're solid. There we go. Alright. Enough playing. I know this stay-at-home order is about to be over soon, so these cops is about to be out here serious. That was a blast. Solid, guys, solid.
Run the tune.
Make up your mind, baby, 'cause the time is here.